F-Zero X for the Nintendo 64 is such a fun racing video game. Coming out in 1998, this was a very fun and futuristic racing video game. This game had a ton of fun modes, and on top of that, the gameplay in this game was very good. The game gives you the option to have better acceleration or better speed, which was cool on Nintendo's part, giving you the player the freedom to pick your preference. F-Zero X had a sequel game called F-Zero GX, and then we never got another F-Zero game again since, unfortunately. Anyhow, here's my Neo review of F-Zero X. Let's start this Neo review, shall we? F-Zero X is such a fun, futuristic racing video game. This game had a lot of fun and well-designed courses in this game. This game has a ton of different racers to choose from in the F-Zero universe, all with their different stats and attributes, and F-Zero X for the Nintendo 64 has smooth, easy, and simplistic controls, and not only that, this game has amazing visuals when it comes to the courses themselves, and really does a great job of giving you that futuristic feel or vibe. F-Zero X for the Nintendo 64 is one of the best racing games to play on the Nintendo 64, and this game is such a great racing video game.
You got boost power!
F-Zero X's development history is actually quite unique. Back in the middle of 1996, while working on Mario Kart 64, Shigeru Miyamoto said he planned to make a sequel to F-Zero for the Nintendo 64. Originally, this game was called F-Zero 64. Famitsu magazine revealed the project in the middle of 1997. A few people who actually worked on Wave Race 64 worked on F-Zero X. Developed by Nintendo EAD, this game was the first game in the series to use 3D graphics. The game was shown at the Nintendo Space World event on November 20th, 1997. When the game was released, most critics felt that F-Zero X was a very good racing game. Most video game sites gave this game an average score of 7 being the lowest, up to 9 being the highest. F-Zero X to this day has left a strong impact on the legacy of the Nintendo 64, and I personally enjoy F-Zero X quite a bit. When it comes to racing games, I feel the controls are the best compared to other racing games like Mario Kart 64 and Diddy Kong Racing.
Watch your back! Watch your back! Watch your back!
I'm gonna talk about the gameplay of F-Zero X. F-Zero X is a fun video game. This game has a ton of different racing cups and has a ton of courses. You get to pick between many cool F-Zero characters, each having their own customizable attributes. Now this game also has a death mode as well, where you try and be the last car standing, which I think is cool. F-Zero also gives you the option to choose between a few difficulty settings. The much harder settings is next to impossible to succeed in this game. F-Zero X's courses is where this game truly shines. The design of almost every course in this game is different than the last, which I think is awesome. The controls in F-Zero X are great as well. All in all, the gameplay of F-Zero X is very enjoyable, and I feel that this game is up there with other great racing video games on the Nintendo 64.
Yeah! Don't wide on left! Watch your back!
What are my final thoughts about F-Zero X on the Nintendo 64? When it comes to the controls of F-Zero, it's truly the #1 racing game on the Nintendo 64. I feel when it comes to how you control your car, it feels more smooth and accessible than games like Mario Kart 64. On the flip side, yes, the futuristic visuals in this game are amazing, but honestly, I prefer the course design of games like Mario Kart 64 slightly more. The game has a ton of fun modes to choose from, and I feel that the game's strongest factor is giving you the freedom to pick who you want to play as with a huge and diverse roster of F-Zero characters. All in all, F-Zero for the Nintendo 64 is such a great racing video game, and the final score that I give F-Zero on the Nintendo 64 is a 9 out of 10. Thank you so much guys for watching this Neo review, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.